September 5th in Cooper Pedy. This is our second night staying in the opal mining capital of the world. When we drove down the Stewart Highway and started to see the terrain around Cooper Pedy, it was full of mounds. They looked like, I don't know, clay had been dug up. They weren't very tall. There were some that were bigger than others. And there wasn't a lot of greenery, wildflowers, any of the beautiful areas that we'd been in before. Cooper Pedy does not resemble that. It's flat and it's full of mines. Nevertheless, the place where we're staying is really interesting. It's a caravan park outside of town, and it has its own mine as part of the property. And this evening, Daniel and I were doing some planning, forward planning. Not sure at this point what we're going to do next, but we were in a kind of subterranean TV internet room, and we were told on a tour today that 70% of the population of Cooper Pedy live underground because it's just too hot for most of the year. 45 degrees temperatures in the summertime, and it makes a particular kind of atmosphere in town kind of weird and wonderful at the same time. And I think that's all I've got to say for this recording tonight. It's pretty late at night.
Yes, well, the really unique thing, as far as I can tell, if the information I've gotten is correct, is that this is a mining town, and it supplies more than half, I think, of the gem quality opals in the world, and yet all of the mines are little independent, basically cowboy operations. Just people take out claims and dig them and find opals, or they don't. And there's no big corporations here. Everything seems to be makeshift. It's quite unique. It's never seen anything quite like it. Since there's a mine here at the campsite, part of the deal is you get your first night free if you go on a tour. So we went on the tour, and the tour was interesting. The guy showed us some bits of the mine and like how you find opal and like where to look and some interesting stuff. And then he got into how you actually determine where to lay your claim, and so he started giving demonstrations and getting everybody to try dowsing. And if you know me, that's a little bit beyond the pale. So that was interesting to me. And then I saw a picture of a famous miner here from the 40s in an old newspaper, and he's out there dowsing away. I guess more power to them if that's how they want to decide where to spend their time and money. Today, though, we went and looked at something. We had no idea what it was going to be. It was called the Breakaways. It was the Breakaways, plural?
Breakaway.
Just the Breakaway. And it's 23 kilometers out of town, and then you go on a unsealed road for about 10 kilometers. And everything's kind of featureless and flat, and you don't quite know what you're getting. And then suddenly, you come around a bend, and the world opens up to this strange moonscape with odd colors, and it's part of the Painted Desert, and it was just stunning. there'll be pictures available of that. I had no idea it existed. It was such a surprise, and it was just fascinating to look at. And they explained geologically how it happened, but it is just not something that you expect to see as a natural formation anywhere. And the signs are saying that when you're out there, the summer temperatures are 50 degrees, but at the ground level they can be 65 degrees. And that's kind of hot. I got other stuff I could say. Don't know where we're going because some roads are still closed and other roads are opening, but the roads that are opening, we don't know if they're going to be able to take us to places where we can go on from there once we get there. We'll just have to wait and see. We may even stay here one more day and just see if they open some roads. That's me. And more for me.
Yeah, just a couple of additions. The reason the roads are closed is because there was one day of rain before we got here where the rainfall was 61 millimeters, which is extraordinary for this very, very dry desert area, and it played havoc with the road to Udinata
Unadata Trek.
Yeah, so that's why the closures. The other thing is the breakaway range or breakaways are called that because they appear, although it's not true, to have broken away from the Stewart ranges, which are much further out. And I think that is all.